Hey yo, what's up YouTubers? This is D Freeman 24 here. So I thought that for my next video I talk to you about one of the newest decks that's out there, which is the Nordic and Aesir deck, which is a brand new archetype that just made its debut in the latest Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG release, Storm of Ragnarok. And so basically the star players of this deck is of course the three Aesir monsters, which is Odin, father of the Aesir, Thor, Lord of the Aesir, and Loki, Lord of the Aesir. And each Aesir monster rules over their own unique tribe of monsters. So in the case of Odin, you have the Nordic Ascendant. For Thor, you have the Nordic Beast. And for Loki, you have the Nordic Alfar. And so basically all of the Aesir monsters are level 10 synchros, and in order to summon them to the field, you have to use a specific Nordic monster as a tuner and two or more non-tuners. So in the case of Odin, you have to use a Nordic Ascendant and two or more non-tuners. To summon Thor, you need a Nordic Beast tuner and two or more non-tuners. And to summon Loki, you need a Nordic Alfar tuner and two or more non-tuners. And now there is one universal method that can be used in summoning any one of these three god cards, and basically the combo will lie in two cards: Vanadis of the Nordic Ascendant and this card right here, Tongrisnir of the Nordic Beast. Tongrisnir of the Nordic Beast ability is that should it be destroyed in battle, then you can special summon two Nordic Beast tokens onto your side of the field. And then basically when that happens, when your next turn rolls around, you normal summon Vanadis of the Nordic Ascendant, the tuner monster. Now, while Vanadis is in fact a Nordic Ascendant tuner though, but it's her effects that make her unique, because once per turn you can use her to substitute well, correction, she can be used as a substitute for any Nordic tuner monster, and she can also send a Nordic monster from your deck to the graveyard to make her level become that of the monster you sent off until the end phase of the turn. So she's a good level manipulator. And so essentially you would tune Vanadis with the two tokens to synchro summon for Odin, Thor, or Loki, however you prefer. And then also Vanadis is also a good card to use, because whenever Vanadis goes to the graveyard, though, if you've sent if you've already like sent off another Nordic tuner monster to the graveyard, then you're basically getting two Nordic tuner monsters in the graveyard for one. So it's a good card to use nonetheless. So now going into the individual methods in summoning each god, though, this is how the breakdown will go. Now in terms of Odin, Odin just basically requires one monster here, which is the tuner monster Valkyrie of the Nordic Ascendant. Valkyrie's effect is that if you normal summon this card, if you don't control any other cards on your side of the field, but your opponent controls at least a monster, then you can remove from play two Nordic monsters from your hand to special summon two Einariar tokens onto your side of the field in defense mode, and then you can tune both of the tokens with Valkyrie to synchro summon for Odin, as the tokens are level 4 and Valkyrie's a level 2 tuner. So it's kind of fairly straightforward though. And then in the case of summoning his son, Thor, now he may be the second easiest of the three to summon, and basically the combo will lie in these three cards: Tongrisnir, Tongjoster, and Goldfax of the Nordic Beast. And so, as I said before though, whenever Tongrisnir is destroyed in battle, you can special summon two Nordic Beast tokens onto your side of the field. And then subsequently you can activate the effect of his brother card known as Tongjoster of the Nordic Beast. Whenever a monster on your side of the field is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, then you can special summon this card from your hand. And whenever this card is changed from defense mode to attack mode, then you can special summon one Nordic Beast monster except for Tongjoster of the Nordic Beast from your deck onto your side of the field. And this effect can even be used if you flip it from face down defense position to face up attack position. And then finally, through its effect, you would special summon the tuner monster Goldfax of the Nordic Beast. Its effect regularly is that if your opponent controls a face-up synchro monster, but if you don't control any monsters, then you can special summon this card from your hand. And so basically it's a 2-turn combo, and then you would tune Goldfax with both of the tokens left behind by Tong Grisnir, or just tune it with Tong Yoster and one of the tokens in order to synchro summon for Thor. And then finally, moving on to the last Aesir monster, you have Loki, Lord of the Aesir, and he may possibly be maybe the trickiest of the three to summon, but that depends on how skillfully you can play with its cards. Now, the Nordic Alfar are basically just 3 cards: Dverg of the Nordic Alfar, Ljosalf of the Nordic Alfar, and Svartalf of the Nordic Alfar. Now, the combo here begins with Dverg of the Nordic Alfar. Its effect is that whenever you normal summon it, then you can normal summon 1 additional Nordic monster from your hand. And also, whenever this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add a Nordic relic card from your graveyard back to your hand. And then you have this other monster here, Ljosalf of the Nordic Alfar, where whenever it's normal summon, you can select 1 face-up monster you control, and then you can special summon 1 Nordic monster from your hand whose level is either equal to or lesser than that of the selected monster. And then you have the tuner monster Svartalf of the Nordic Alfar, which is level 5, where whenever this card is normal summon, you can add a Nordic monster from your graveyard back to your hand. So the combo in doing this, you would normal summon Dverg of the Nordic Alfar, and then utilize this effect for another normal summon, and you would sacrifice it to summon Svartalf, and then you basically get a double whammy with this effect, because Dverg's effect will let you retrieve whatever Nordic relic card you wish from your graveyard back to your hand, and Svartalf's effect will let you recover Dverg back to your hand. And then if Svartalf can survive until your next turn, then you can normal summon Dverg, and then use Dverg's effect again to normal summon another Nordic monster, and that's where Ljosalf of the Nordic Alfar comes in. And if you normal summon Ljosalf, like I said, same thing with its effect and all that, so no sense in repeating it. And then basically, but you will get like another Nordic monster out of the deal though, and then you can do a synchro summon by tuning the 3 of these together to synchro summon for Loki. And so basically that pretty much is it though for summoning each of the Aesir monsters. I mean, I've ran the deck and tried it out a few times and it works pretty well. I'm gonna make some more changes though, but just so you know, YouTubers, just comment, rate, and subscribe and everything, and send me your feedback, because I always like to hear what other people have to say, because I'm open to applause or constructive criticism or whatever you prefer. So anyway, YouTubers, until my next video though, peace out.